train. Let's rewind time. Not that far, but let's rewind to a time before public transport. Sure, I might get choked by a Titan or boa, but I'd rather that than be stuffed like a sardine on the London Underground. Taking train in England is just Russian roulette, because sometimes the train is on time, empty and quiet, and other times it's late, like it's about to book a session at paternity court, loud like a woman who's running out of lies, and more stuffed than Lily Phillips. Perfect. Just blow my brains out. I'm grateful the UK doesn't have guns like that, because when you get on the train, you have no idea if you're gonna make it to work on time that day. There's always some kind of delay, like being stuck behind another train that's already late, or somebody's jumped in front of the train again for the 4th time this week and it's literally Monday 3 p.m. But whilst you're stood up, because this is the London Underground, you have nowhere to sit down. Some uncle just sneezes straight into the air, but you can't even turn around because the man behind you's got worse breath than DDG. And to top it off, you see another man sneeze into his hand and then place his hand back on the pole you used to stand up, but then his hand slips a little bit from the wetness of the sneeze. Aye! That was actually disgusting. Like I said, I'm grateful there's no guns in the UK like that, because I can understand exactly why somebody would up the pole in this situation. Since my broke self ain't got no car, call me Blueface Baby how I'm abusing the train at the moment. Dang. It covers long distances like Mo Farah, and since I don't have a car, I'd actually have to run like Mo Farah, so really I don't have a choice but to use the train. Though I can't complain because I could always be getting on the bus. Women that look like this used to sit at the back of the bus. Now men that look like this are getting pegged there. And it's bad because I really don't know which one is worse. Obviously I'm absolutely broke, but whenever I get on the bus, I'm just made aware of just how broke I actually am. This summer I was working a job outside of my town, and since the trains are as reliable as an American president's promises, it got cancelled on one of the days I was working. So I had to get the bus back home for the first time in a couple years, and I have never felt this broke. Even when I slept with no bed, went to church in jeans and AstroTurfs on my feet, I did not feel as poor as I felt in this moment. In the morning, I took the bus because the train was cancelled, and I saw a bunch of hardworking people like me all going to our low-paying jobs. And the journey was so much longer than on the train, and we was driving through an eerily empty town. Not a single person on that bus was smiling. The whole aura of where I was literally miserable. I got to work, and to be honest, my job is super easy, not gonna lie. I don't mind going there. And I met this Brazilian guy. He was just telling me a bunch of stories about when he goes traveling and all the girls that he gets with. But then when he told me about Thailand, naturally I had to start thinking about writing my letter of resignation, because he completely ruined my vibe. And my vibe only got worse because when I was getting the bus back home, there were some kids sat near me on the top deck of the bus and they were all vaping. The bus stops and the driver comes up to the top deck, and clearly he's had a worse day than me. Because even though he was built like and kinda looked like Bertram, he had the anger of Bruce Banner before the MCU absolutely spat on his legacy and made him a glorified pet for the other characters. He's supposed to be big, green and angry. Now the only thing that's big, green and angry are all the women that slept with Gucci third leg. He also had the patience of a monk, because he came upstairs with smoke coming out of his ears, screaming, "Whoever's smoking up here, own up, because if you don't, this bus ain't going nowhere." And he was not joking. The bus was sat there for so long, Fousey could have finally gained some self-respect. I was halfway through Ray's album when I actually came to the realization that, wow, my getting home today to see my family is in the hands of these strangers. The kids that don't want to get off the bus and the driver that doesn't want to drive it. My time was genuinely being wasted by people that haven't even given any thought to my existence. The bus already smells like dead dreams, Jeffrey Dahmer's wet dreams, and poverty. I'm already uncomfortable, but to then add this whole situation on top of a 2-hour journey home, I promised myself that day that I was going to lock in. Plain. Some people may wear their best fit to their wedding. Others may wear their best fit to the club. Me, I put that shit on when I go to the airport. Well, that or I'm dressed like J. Cole, but either way, when I'm at the airport, I feel like money. I'm not getting the train to work, I'm getting a plane to Barcelona. And sure, I'm in economy, but that's more than enough for me. I can't complain too much about legroom since I'm 5'7", and I'm so lazy too. At sitting down and having somebody bring me snacks, bro, I'm spoiled. The only problem is if you're sat sat next to or really sharing a seat with Gloria. On a regular day, bring me Gloria. She had a nice little twang about her. If she sat on me, she turned me into graffiti, but strike a strike. And call me YNW Melly, cause I will let them shots fly. But on the airplane, change that name to Chavi, how I'm searching for some space. And if you got motion sickness or you're scared, then it's long for you, cause you can't just park and get out like it's a car. Cause if you do get out, then you'll fall faster than Ice Spice. And if you got crying kids on your flight, or maybe one that sat behind you kicking your chair, then you might just throw up, because since you can't move, the airplane can be so overstimulating. But I can handle pretty much any situation you throw at me on an airplane, because at the end of the day, my final destination is somewhere that is not England. And that's all I need to put a smile on my face. Uber. Whoever invented Ubers needs to be crowned as king of a new world, or at least substitute him as Prince of England instead of that kiddie fiddler, because Uber has saved me numerous times from getting fired. They said we'd have flying cars and marriages to robots in 2025. And yeah, some people are doing devious things to the Tesla robots. Our cars have got less airtime than Kobe.
You idiot. You're honestly an idiot. I don't know what's wrong with you.
But after a couple clicks, a father of 6 from Bangladesh will be outside my door in 5 minutes, ready to take me wherever I need to go. And not only that, but I get to listen to this uncle's law. Is it an unwritten rule that all fathers must have a background story on par with those from One Piece? I'm pretty sure my last Uber driver had beef with Kratos and accidentally killed John Wick's dog. I usually prefer my Uber journeys to be done in absolute silence. However, some of these uncles be cooking. I'd be a little scared getting in an Uber at night if I was a girl though. I always hear stories of girls feeling uncomfortable after like a creepy encounter with an Uber, and I don't blame them, because these uncles are hungry. They go to the strip club and spray 10s and Benjamins, then go to a next club and chat up 18-year-olds. I've not seen hunger like this since the WaterAid adverts. Not even Mr. Beast, not even Marcus Rashford could satisfy their appetites. So I get it, but my main complaints with Ubers is that they are too expensive, but technically it's not even public transport anyway, so maybe I'm just yapping. But that is it for public transport, guys. Thank you so much for the recent love, the recent support on the channel. It has been stupid. It's actually been stupid. 2.5k. I told you we're coming for 10. So make sure you're sending it to your mom. Make sure you're sending it to your brother, your sister, your best friend, you get me, your ops. Send it to your ops, man, you get me. Send it to your ops that are still taking public transport. Send it to them man still taking train. Well, technically I actually am still taking train, so I should probably retract that last statement. But yeah, big love. So many of you, I keep on seeing like recurring people in the comment section, which is really cool, really awesome to see, because like I said, what I'm trying to do is just carry on building like a big community. A community as big as I possibly can. And at the moment, we're on track to basically get exactly that. Guys, let me know what you want to hear about next, anything you want to see me talk about on the channel, and until next week guys, I will see you then. Peace and love. Oh.